everybody. How are you this evening? Have you had a good day? Hello, Alison. Lovely to have your company tonight. So today we are going to do some card making. If you're not aware, it was International Card Making Day on Saturday, and we have been hosting a special event which includes a discount code which ends at midnight tonight. So if you are wanting to take advantage of that, it's I will write it down for you later. Hi Sue, hi Pauline, hi Angelica, lovely to have you. So yeah, lovely to have you all. Hi Sharon, you're on YouTube today for a change, Sharon. Lovely, thank you ever so much. There's a couple of you on YouTube. I think you're joined, Sharon, by Angelica and Pauline. So you guys are all on YouTube, but wherever you are, welcome. So yeah, I am kind of prepped. I don't actually know what I'm doing. What I've done is I've gone through my bit box, I've gone through all my bits and pieces, I've taken everything out that's got an autumn theme, or I've coloured it in autumnal colours. I've pulled it all out of my desk, and I just thought we'll try and do some quick fire card making and just see how much we get done tonight, and hopefully provide a little bit of inspiration for this gorgeous season. So there's a few on you on Facebook. I'm presuming, let me see. So there's 2 of you in the Facebook group, and I don't know, for some reason it turns up as Facebook user. So one of you has said hi everyone, and the other one has said hi. If either of those are you, feel free to pop your name in so I know who you are. I don't know why this system doesn't seem to like that. Anyway, without further ado, let's get started, because you didn't tune in to see my face, quite frankly, did you? Let's do some actual crafting. Right, I will switch you around, fiddle with the light, do that. I've not quite worked out how to do that seamlessly yet, but you know, we'll get there. So I'll move you around to my desk. Ooh, right. We need to do that and that. Right. Hopefully we're okay. Let me see. I think you could do with being closer. Hello. My hands are a little bit orange, but you know, they're autumnal. Not too bad. They're not too bad. Hi Judith. Thank you for letting me know who you are. Right, the first thing I'm actually going to do is, because this all looks like a very white space, we're going to see exactly what I mean about doing a black line and how it draws the eye in. Let's put it in, because then it'll help you guys actually have the focus of what's going on in the card. What has everybody been up to today? It is the school holidays here in Scotland, so we are on the autumnal break. So I've had a lovely day. My daughter comes through and said to me, can we go to Simpsons for lunch, which is a garden centre? So we did, and actually discovered, see what I mean about drawing the eye in? You couldn't see that before, but now that the black line is there, you're focused on that. And that's why we do. So that is one of my best hints and tips when it comes to any form of crafting and card making. If you spend the time, you want people to see it. So just a little framing, whether you do it through matte and layering or through edging the card like that, makes a huge difference. Yes, we've had a lovely day. So I'm not going to be doing lots of colouring and bits and pieces today, because as I said, my idea was that we're just going to try and make as many cards as possible. Look at that. So that's the freebie this month. Judging by the amount of you who have downloaded it, you're liking this. So I have also pulled out some of these. This is from the Woodland Tots collection. So I just thought, we'll keep this simple, and we could maybe have a few of these just sort of. You've still got this week and 2 more weeks before half term. Yeah, Scotland is really different. The reason Scotland is different is back in the day, obviously it doesn't happen now, is right now is when the potato harvest is in. So all the kids used to be off school in order to help with the harvest, because it was all hands on deck. And in Scotland we actually refer to the October holidays as the tatty holidays, because of that. So I'm thinking we just have a few leaves in like that. So that's why I was there earlier. And then because our October holidays are earlier before the harvest, for that particular reason, all the other holidays are now earlier. So yeah, it all becomes very. So I'm thinking something along those lines. So as I said, the little leaves and accessories here I have got from the autumn, not the autumn, the Woodland Tots collection. Oh, I like that. I like that. And then maybe we could just have this little guy along the front. Now, I do like this. The only thing for me is the mouse is a bit brown. So I've sort of, as I said, these are pre-coloured elements. So all I'm going to do is let's grab a paler... Well, actually, maybe get my pencils. You made a pumpkin in pottery last week. That sounds fun. Right, let's grab some pencils. And I'm just wanting some slightly orangey. That's quite a nice orangey brown there. That's quite cool. And then let's just... I was going to try and ground this, but I actually quite like the white space of this, to be honest. So I think I'm going to leave it as is. I'm just going to grab my pencil here. And I'm just going to very lightly curl it over this slightly. Just to change. Hello, Dominique. You're married to a Scot and you didn't know that, but now he's nodding in agreement. Yep. Tatty holidays, that's what we call them. So I'm just going over this ever so slightly, just so that tonally this works. And then, sorry, you've just watched me arrange all of this, and now I'm going to glue it all down. That is the joys of being live. There we go. So I've not changed it much, but it just sort of, it looks yellow in that light. It looks really pretty in real life. Can I get that to look? In real life, it looks fine. On that screen, it looks yellow. So sorry about that. Oh well, we have a yellow mouse. It's jaundice. Right. Let's get some glue. You've been doing some photography today and taking photos of weird ghosts from Sue. You've been stitching pumpkins together. Oh, with felt. Oh, I would love to see that, Pauline. I do love sewing and bits and pieces. When I started crafting, it was in Soft Crafts I started. And I do love it. But I don't know, paper crafting seems to have taken over. I really enjoyed it. Like, my daughter's sort of taken an interest in sewing. She's made herself a few outfits and things like that, and it's been nice to get the sewing machine out and have a play again. So yeah, the thought of stitching pumpkins together sounds lovely. Right, I am going to... Right, so because I was going to be tucking lots of elements in and around, I am just going to put the glue down the centre of the image. So that's another one of my top tips, because this is what this video is meant to be about, top tips. I have to say that I've not said this yet, but I'm going to be really, really cheeky and say, if you're watching now and enjoying it, and you have the ability to, it would be awesome if you could share the live. It is one way that you can really help creatives. We do appreciate that, like, regards to purchasing and things like that, that can be really difficult because we're all struggling, and I don't want anyone to ever feel under pressure. You know, just enjoy the lives. That's why I do so many freebies and giveaways, so that, you know, it's good for everybody. But one way that you really can support us is by liking and sharing and things like that. I'm just going to trim that there. Maybe trim that a bit too far now, actually. Right, I'll tuck that there, and then I can pop another one. Actually, just go round like that, and I can tuck it there. Right, there we go, I like that. Right, let's get that stuck down. Oops. And you've got your Tatty holidays today. You've been playing with this image today. Oh, excellent, Christine. I'd love to see what you made. Please do pop it in the group. That's what the group's all about. We absolutely, my favourite thing in this, like, obviously this is my, oh, that really annoying me how orange that looks. I mean, it doesn't in real life, but it's just, I don't want you guys to think it looks awful. Let's see what, let's try another brown. Got another brown here. Let's see if we can tone that down so it doesn't look quite so ridiculous. I mean, it doesn't look ridiculous to me. Lighting is a weird and wonderful thing. I was commenting on a photograph in Crafting Together with All Brands this morning. Now that looks black. And this woman was saying that in real life the colour combo was black and gold, and yet it was showing up on the photograph as navy and gold. And it's one of these things, it's just looking, yeah, that's kind of toned it down a little bit. There we go. It's up on the group. Oh yeah, I think I saw it. Have I seen it? No. I'll have another look. I was in the group this morning. As I said, with it being Tatty holidays, I have been busy with my daughter. So with regards to being on social media and things like that, I can't quite exactly remember how we had this. So we'll just play. I seem to remember we pulled it out to the corner there and pulled it up there a little bit. So we'll do that, and then we'll just probably do a doodly border and add a sentiment. You've never printed digital stamps. Any recommendation on what paper to use for an inkjet printer? Right, so if you get any form of HP printer paper, so I tend to find I've only got an inkjet printer as well. I've got a very bog standard. Oh no, I've not seen it then, Christina. I'll have a look once we've finished. Yeah, I've only got a bog standard printer. And so I would recommend a decent sort of HP printer paper. I mean, you can just use copier paper, but your copier paper, basically, the HP paper is designed to absorb ink. But to be honest, once I've got a top loading printer, so it kind of goes down and then shoots back out. With that sort of printer, you can get away with putting heavier weights in. So I would just put whatever I want to do. If I'm wanting to do alcohol markers, then I'll put it on my Smooth card, my Nina Sola card, my Expressit card. And if I am wanting to do watercolours, I can put it on my Dolly Dimples card and stuff. So I would think about what medium you're planning on colouring with, and choose it like that. But I do find it a stand. I'll pop it in the group. I actually just get one off Viking. That kind of works okay for me. That's cool. And then we'll pop this just here. But printable images are brilliant. We are going to be doing a lot more with digital stamps. I know I've been asked a few times for more, but we're going to be doing a lot more, and we're actually going to be taking digital ranges to Create and Craft when we go to Create and Craft as well, because I was speaking to them about it. Digital things are so good. They are never ending, so they're not consumable. They take up a lot less space in your craft room. You can flip them, you can resize them, you can print them on multiple surfaces, you can print on vellum. So this is what I was meaning, Angelica, about the papers. I've printed on vellum, I've printed on sticker paper, I've printed on transfer paper. So just think about what you want to do with it, and then if that paper goes through your printer, you're absolutely fine. So I will be doing a series on this channel, taking you from the basics of downloading and resizing, and then all the different advantages, because as I said, we're going to be doing a lot more with digital ranges next year. So, you know, I kind of want to make sure that you're all covered, and that anything that you need to know, we can look at. So if you have any questions in particular, send them to me, and we can include that in a Q&A on digital stamps. And this is the thing, the biggest objection I get about digital stamps is I prefer physical products. So, but here we've used, this is a digital stamp, all the other elements I've stamped out from physical products. So the good thing to remember is once it's printed, it's a physical product. You can still do all your crafty techniques with it. That is so cute. Dead simple, but so cute. Now, talking of digital kits, I have a digital kit called Autumn Allspice. And I've just printed out some of the sentiments from that. So we have this one here. Oh, I don't know, because I can see what I'm doing for the next card. I think I'm going to go with pumpkin pie, because I think that that one, pumpkin spice and all things nice, will go nice on the next card we're going to make. I'm just hopefully going to take about an hour today, because I will be working late because it's school holidays. I've got work to do and I've not been able to work through the day, so we will be working into the evening. So we'll just have, oh, that's quite nice there. We'll just have pumpkin pie just there. Yeah, well, that's good. I'm glad it's helpful, Angelica. I feel like I just waffled there. But as I said, we will be going into it in a lot more depth. I'm currently trying to learn, well, my husband's sort of set it up for me. What I need to be able to do is to video my screen as I'm on it, so that I can take you through sort of downloading an image and resizing an image. And so sometimes it's like the idea for doing that series has been in my head for ages, but then it's trying to get the technical parts together. Talking of technical parts, my sound went today. Kezzy and I were going to sit and film a little video together, and we got down here and my sound was wrecked. My hubby was working late, so he came home and I'm like, you have to fix the sound before my live. Okay, pumpkin pie. And if I go too high, I will lose focus. So that's the first one. I actually think that needs to come down a little bit. This is where I faff. Yeah, it needs to be there. I'll just take that glue will show a little bit. I'll wait for that to dry and then I've got a glue eraser. There we go. I'm happier with that now. Hi, Deb. Yeah, so you've got a top loading printer. So the reason, if you have one of these ones that folds back on itself, sometimes it doesn't like the thicker card, which is why a top loading printer is quite good. So card number 1, and we're 18 minutes in, so that's good. We'll see how many more we get done. So the next one I'm thinking is, we have little winter mice, but I've coloured it orange, and I'm thinking pumpkin spice latte. Not that I like coffee or pumpkin spice lattes, but I like the sound of them. Oh, thank you, Christina. Glad you find I think it'll be useful. Yeah, I'm currently working on, I was really inspired when I went to Peterborough. I have filmed it, but again, it's time for editing. I took myself on a little sketchbook date, and I discovered the most gorgeous coffee shop in Peterborough called the Chalkboard Cafe, and I sat there with my sketchbook and I did a few sketches, and I had a gorgeous lunch there. It was so tasty, and everything about the ambience and everything was just gorgeous. And then from some of the photographs, I've created a colour palette out, and I've literally just been sketching and sketching and sketching. Yes, Deb, my other one did, and I just never was very, just never clever enough for that. Plus, our printer was inside a cupboard, so to open the back door, I kind of had to take the printer out the cupboard to load it from the back, so I just never got round to it. So, yeah, top loading one works better for me. Now, I'm thinking for this one, should we do a bit of stenciling in the background, because I want to be covering different techniques. So, what we've got love, I'm thinking either love hearts or dots, or we could do love hearts and dots. What do I have that's dotty? Dotty. I know I love drawing dots, so that there's bound to be dots on all sorts of things. I think I know which one I'm trying to find. I think I'm trying to find evergreen boughs, because that's got plenty of. See, I was prepared to a point, and then realised this is me going too fast through it, trying not to, you know, take up too much of your precious time, and I'm going so fast that I'm not seeing. Right, that one does have dots. It's not the one I want, but if I don't see it, at least we've got something. How I managed to get stencils go missing, I really don't know. And then I've got other stencils. I seem to have 3 of them in here, honestly. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous, I tell you. Nope, the one I want does not appear to be here. Well, that is quite bizarre. I was wanting evergreen boughs. Anyway, sorry about that, guys. Let's put a few orange hearts, I think. And then we can do some yellow dots. I'm going to go for ripe persimmon just because it's slightly brighter. Oh, this is the set you picked up as your prize. Excellent. It has been posted today. Sorry about the delay. We've had quite major things going on in the family this last week. I'm not going to talk about it because I will end up in floods of tears like I did on Creating Craft. actually ran out the studio crying, so that was entertaining. But yeah, we've had quite a bit on, that's all I will say. So I was a little bit behind in getting the stuff out. So it got posted today as part of the postal run. Kezzy and I did it today, so it's on its way. Right, I am going to just pop these hearts down like so. There we go. Oh look, that's so cute. Right, I'm going to bring a few more down because it's covered in it. So, if you want to be in with a chance of winning a prize like Pauline, please do enter our competition. The first one had loads of you enter, and then it's kind of, I do appreciate when you've got so much on that getting round to it can be a pain. But if you do enter it, you have a chance of winning stuff, which is always good. Right, so if you want to have a go at that, the theme is autumn colours, I think. Brain. Right, well, it's okay if I get some of these flowers as well. I'm just going to try and put some of these little yellow dots in like so. Okay, that looks like yellow snow. Don't eat yellow snow. It's actually pumpkin bubbles from the latte. It's not yellow snow at all, because that would just be disgusting. Okay, dokie. I don't know if you can actually see the yellow dots at all there. Sometimes to have the right lighting can just be a bit. There we go. Right, so again, I've just picked a few different things. We have got the gorgeous hot chocolate mouse. I think that's from Squeak Dreams. And then we have this little guy here. And then I was thinking that we could put another one of these in, just in the background there. And then I've got a few little, you ordered over the weekend. I know I put them both in the same parcel. Thank you for your order, much appreciated. So yeah, something like that, I think. I'm kind of wishing I hadn't put the heart down there now. I feel it's a bit much. So what can we do? Yeah, I like that. I like it like that. That's nice, but I don't like that. So let's get a piece.
Blocking explicit songs.
Oh, Alexa, stop. Sorry, guys. That's my. I've just unplugged it. My daughter's probably listening to her Alexa. Right. What I'm going to do is just cut a bit of card to size. I'm going to do this just because I've just decided that heart there is bothering me. Okie dokie, let's chop this down. All we're doing is adding a little bit of extra texture, so it's all good. There's all these fancy trimmers, and I use this bog standard thing from Lidl's. It's my favourite trimmer ever. Right, now I'm just going to tear that May as well make a feature of it. Make it look like it was a deliberate part of the design as opposed to a fix. That's the thing. There's no such thing as a mistake. Just opportunities, crafty opportunities. So I'm just going to do that so that we've almost got a little bit of a grounding. And hopefully that will just look a little bit better. Yeah, see now it looks like it's on a little table. I like that. Right, let's edge this. Have a double edging at the bottom. So who here likes pumpkin lattes? Let's have a vote. Do you enjoy a pumpkin spice latte? And if not, what is your drink of choice? See, I'm dead boring. I like tea. And there's not much exciting can be done with tea. Although I did see on Dawn's YouTube channel, she had some sort of biscuit flavoured tea. And I thought, oh, that actually sounds quite good. I might have to go out and try that. So Deb likes a pumpkin spice latte. Have you had one yet this year, Deb? Have you had your first pumpkin spice latte? 'Tis the season for that right now. Right, I think I'd quite like to give this, you would never choose a pumpkin drink. It's funny when it comes to pumpkins because my dad lived in a place as in his late teens that had its own farm, and it had a bumper crop of pumpkins. And you've not had one yet. You love tea too, Christine, but not had a pumpkin spice latte. You like a double shot flat white coffee. Ooh, you like the coffee strong. Kezia has literally just discovered coffee. So she's discovered caramel lattes. I said, well, I don't mind you having them, but they're an occasional treat. Don't think you can start, at 11 years old having coffee every day. But I don't mind when we're out and about treating her to a latte. She's just discovered that. Yeah, so anyway, my dad, he lived on this place that had a farm. And they had this massive batch of pumpkins. They had a bumper crop. And the place that he stayed, provided their meals and stuff for them as well. So, pumpkin pie was on the menu and they're all like, oh yeah, excellent, that sounds great. And then because they had this bumper thingy of pumpkins that needed using, they literally had pumpkin for every meal. They would have pumpkin stew followed by pumpkin pie. They had pumpkin soup. They would have this pumpkin sort of coulis thing that they put over their breakfast in the morning. They had pumpkin drink. They had all sorts. He literally lived off pumpkins for months and months this particular year. And to this day, he cannot look at a pumpkin. Occasionally my mum would try and buy one and bring it into the house for us, and my dad would just look at it and be like, oh no, I can't. Even though that was probably like 60 odd years ago now. Well, maybe not 60. Trying to think, how old am I? 45. So 50, 55 years ago. Even though it was that long ago, he still can't face he still can't face pumpkins. It's very funny. You've had pumpkin. I like a pumpkin pie. I do like a pumpkin pie. I mean, I think I would like, if they were to do like a pumpkin spice hot chocolate, I might try that. But I just really don't like coffee. I just can't even stomach it at all. Like even if I find myself accidentally picking the coffee chocolate, I'm just like, oh, I can't take it at all. But yeah, I like the pumpkin. You like pumpkins too? Yeah, I don't think anyone could stomach that much pumpkin. But I think it's quite funny. You can't cope with it at all. So I've ended up adding quite a bit of dimension on this. I don't know that you can really see it. I'll maybe have to show it to you. From the side. You can see that it's got a bit of dimension. Right, so we'll pop this just here, I think. I kind of want it partly, yeah. Like that, I think would be nice. You made a nice Moroccan spice pumpkin soup the other day. Ooh, that sounds lovely. feel free to share the recipe. Sharon, that'd be great. You like a latte and a hot chocolate, but drink hot chocolate more than a latte. I'm alright with hot chocolate, but I have to have it in soya milk. I was very delighted because the place that we went for lunch today actually had quite a lot of choice for things I can eat, which is quite novel, to be honest. I can't remember whether I finished my conversation about the Chalkboard Cafe, but anyway, at the end of it I was feeling very inspired, and I've literally been drawing and drawing and drawing and drawing. And what's great about being able to take digital stuff is that I'm not limited. So it's like some of the kits will be part of the kit will be physical, part of the kit will be digital, but it just means I can really go to town. It's like sometimes I have so many ideas in my head and I do so much drawing and I have to leave some of it on the drawing board. But now I don't. Fab. Anyway, flitting about with it's quite dimensional, this card. I'm sort of really going to town here. Do I want a third? It's like my head's telling me that with the rule of the threes I need the 3, and then I'm looking at it and it doesn't seem to need the 3, so I'll put the third one down and we'll see how we go. Your sister doesn't like coffee to drink but loves a coffee cake. See, I just can't. No, 3's definitely too much. What we maybe could do is have 2 and a leaf. Yeah, that's better. Okay, let's do that. I feel like this card needs a bit of sparkle. Cute. Right, so we have, let's get this out here. So this was the one I wanted to do, the pumpkin spice and all things nice. So I'll put that one on this one. Right, I want to divide that, but it's quite close together, but we'll see how we go. There we go. Pumpkin spice. And all things nice. That's cute. You don't drink coffee and tea, don't like milk too. I love milk, I just can't have it. I just can't have it anymore. Right. Oh, that's adorable. Oh, I do love cute images. Do you know, it's been nice playing with all these different things again. Quite often I have to sort of stay on top of what's just come out, that it's nice to be pulling some old stuff out, but I'll not really be bringing any new ranges now till the beginning of next year. So it's nice to, in between time, just be pulling out some old favourites and having a play. I like this. This is so cute. I think I've got a very dried up Pro marker here though. It's not being overly helpful. I really like that ripe persimmon. It's a really nice orange. It's kind of a slightly pinky orange. It's quite nice. Right. I'll put that there. So there we go. Your winter mice will do for autumn. And that's what I'm actually hoping to do next week, is to take one stamp set and create 4 different looks with it, but that cover all seasons. So making one stamp set work for spring, summer, autumn and winter. Because I think it's really good to kind of have a look at how versatile our craft products are. And just by changing the colours, we can make something look completely different. Now, like on the actual cover of this, you know, with those colours, it does look much more winter themed, but just by changing the colours, You know, we've completely changed the season. I do absolutely love that about doing stamps and crafting, that you can completely make it your own. You can use your own favourite colours, you can mix it up, try colours that you're not so familiar with. That's what I'm trying to do right now, actually, is push myself out of my comfort zone with regards to colour combos and things like that. Has anyone else got themselves like little challenges or goals that they've got regarding their crafts and their art? Is anyone doing any of the October challenges? I really fancy doing Peachtober, and I've sort of drawn my first couple of images and then never got round to doing the rest. I'm on holiday next week, so I might manage to get some paintings done and share them then. Okay, so that's the next one, pumpkin spice and all things nice. Do you know what? Orange is not a colour I use that often at all. So this is definitely very out of my normal comfort zone. Sharon, lol, back to the drawing board for me. He was going to use the cup for the autumn challenge. Still use it, Sharon. It's absolutely fine. Still use it. Go for it. It'll all still look different. Right. We've still got another 20 minutes. So let's have another play. So this was the other one. This was last month's. This was September image. And I think what I've got in my head for this one is a girl on a walk. You know when you kick through the leaves? I might have to cut a few more leaves. Let's see what have we got. So I'm thinking that we create a bit of a background with some inks and things. And then have her sort of kicking through the leaves. Just really messy. That's kind of what's in my head for this one. Something like that. Something along those lines. So let's get a little bit of colour. Now what colour would be in the sky in autumn? Let's start off with some blue. Because you still tend to get blue in the sky, and then we'll maybe bring in a little bit of yellow and orange as though it's a sunset. Let's try that. I'm going to go on the greenier side of blue though. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like the card. Right. Salvage patina. So let's bring some blues in. If this doesn't work, I will get out my watercolours, because that's not overly strong, is it? Let's get a bit of a, right, that's the salvage patina. Let's get a bit more of the evergreen brown. Sorry, that's not showing up overly well on the camera. I do apologise. Hopefully when we get it back against the white, it'll look a bit better. So I'm going to take that. It's just going to grind it a little bit. The other thing that I do have is, we've got the Build a Branch stencil. I think, if you like that one, I think there's only one, maybe only one left in stock. I'm going to bring in a little bit of orange into the background. Like so. Now let's take that off there, see if that looks... Just let me see if I can... Sorry, everything's been fiddled. I can't see where's left. Sorry, playing with my setup now, and then I'm right next to the microphone. I'm trying to find the doohickey for the light. See if I could. Oh, for goodness sake. Yeah, that's this one. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to see if I can. There we go. Oh, that's better. I wonder if my mouse doesn't look quite as orange now. There we go. Right. Right. I'll stop faffing. Okay. So we have this as a rough background now. And I'm thinking that we have her coming in. Right, so what we can do is we could put a little bit of a branch here. So let's get a walnut stain. So we can get it so it's almost like she's in a little forest. I don't know why the trees are coming sideways. Right, and then we'll put some little leaves on. See, in my head they're like tree branches, and she's walking down the path. And now I'm just totally mixing up my brushes here. Shocking state of affairs. Right, we'll put some leaves like so. I have seen that there's a question. I will look at it in just a second, Sharon. Sorry. Grab some yellow as well. Okay. You were saying about HP printer paper with inkjet. Do you find you can watercolour if you print on that paper with your... No. So if you were going to colour with your watercolours, I would stick to using a watercolour paper. You can get a thinner watercolour paper. Ecoline do a watercolour paper. They do an Ecoline paper that's thinner and goes through really well. If your printer will take it, your Dolly Dimples card, stuff like that. So you do really have to think about your mediums. HP printer paper, it works quite well as a cheap alternative to some of your alcohol markers because it's designed to take ink. A HP printer paper is designed to take printer ink, and so it's kind of not the same but similar properties to your alcohol markers. So because of that, it can work quite well. Pauline, you're trying to play around more with background rather than just using papers. Awesome. It's amazing how fun it is just to build up your own background a little bit. I'm now going to just bring a bit of brown into this as well, around the sides. Hopefully we've created a little bit of a subtle background. Hot chocolate is your favourite. You're showing up as, is it Contina Crafts? What's your name, my lovely? Is it Contina? Or is that just the name of your channel? Oh, see, I like that. Now it suddenly looks like we're going for a walk in the woods in the autumnal weather. Right, once again, I'm going to get my dodgy Pro marker out. And we will edge this like so. Sorry, I've gone really quiet. Sometimes it's really hard when you're crafting live because it's like you get into the zone. I'm like, oh, I'm in crafting zone. Oh yes, I need to speak. Right, so we have that, and this is our gorgeous lady who is called Autumn. So she's a freebie as well. So the this one's a freebie. If you've not got them, check in the group. This pumpkin house is a freebie, and this lady's a freebie as well. The freebies stay freebies forever. So they don't sort of run out once the month is done. You can still grab any of them at any time. So if you look in the group, if you go back onto like featured, scroll through the featured posts, you will find all of the previous ones there. I'm just going to flip this card around because I've accidentally inked it up on the back and it's going to annoy me. Right, so we have her there like that. And then let's stick this on. And then I was thinking we will have her looking like she is walking through the leaves. Does anyone love doing that? Walking through the leaves and kicking the leaves, and they're all dry and crispy and crunchy and they sound amazing. Right. Your name's Lynn. Thank you, Lynn. Sorry, so it's because it's on YouTube. It comes up as your YouTube channel's name. Right, so we'll have. I'm gonna put some of these big ones down first, just to kind of create the background of it. I never did put sparkle on that other card after I talked about it, did I? Oh, we could add some. It won't dry in time for me to show you tonight, but we could add some souffles, some of the golden souffles through the leaves. That would look awesome. You looked back and printed the giraffe. I think he was called George. Yep. He's quite a good one because he's a winter giraffe, isn't he? He's got his woolies on. Right, I'm going to stick some of these flowers just back here, like so. So she's on a little autumnal walk. It's very mild. I keep putting my great big thick jumper on, or my jacket when I go out, thinking, you know, it's autumn, it's cold, and then I'm like, oh my goodness, it's so hot. You did that today, walking back to the car on the riverside of York. Yeah, it's just something incredibly fun about kicking through leaves. Right, so I'm just going to keep building this up, as I said, so it looks like she's just, oops, put enough glue down so it sticks. I can't remember how many free digis we've got now. I do one a month and we've been running them. I think I started, so March of last year for National Craft Month, what I did was I did free digis. I think I did one a week. So there was 4 that month. And then we went from March to March, which is another 12. And then we've gone from March to October, where we are now. So, yeah, there's a fair few of them. I've got a couple more here. A bit samey, these leaves. They're all coloured orange, whereas in reality you have bits of green and bits of brown. So maybe we can come in with our pencil, fix that out. I feel like we need the one overlapping the foot slightly. You saw lots of squirrels today. What sort of squirrels do you have where you are? We're quite lucky. We have red squirrels where we are. They're sort of a dying breed now. They're mostly grey squirrels. Right. So I am just going to come in with my pencil, because as I said, that just looks very one coloured. So let's bring in a few kind of olive greens in there, and let's bring in, we were using a brown, don't we? A bit of a brown. And we'll just add a little bit of difference to some of these leaves, so they're not quite as all samey, because they're just feeling a little bit samey. And that's not what it's like in real life. I've got different textures, so those larger ones at the back are die cuts, and then the other ones are stamps, and those are all from the Woodland Top range. So now we have grey ones. Love to photograph the red ones. Yeah, they are beautiful. My in-laws used to live out in Aldern, which is kind of between Inverness and Elgin. And they had a massive garden and they had red squirrels in the garden. Watch them. We had little kind of almost how you feed the birds, but we fed the squirrels. Right. There we go. That's just added a little bit of a difference for me, which makes me happy. You know, I like to work with shades and tones and things like that. Right, so this sort of all needs grounding, so I'm just going to, actually I should probably do this. It's all right, Christine, lovely to have had your company. I'm just going to grab I think we're almost done. Anyway, we're heading close to 9 o'clock, so I doubt we'll get a fourth card made. So let's just finish this one with a bang. Right, I'm going to grab one of these and I'm just wanting to add a little bit of grounding to this. You missed the red squirrels from living in the Isle of Wight. They are beautiful, aren't they? Right, so I'm just going to grab a bit of water, take the ink off of this and just add a little bit of shadowing around here so it just grounds the whole piece so the leaves aren't just floating in midair. This paintbrush is obviously needing replaced. It's sort of like splitting as I'm colouring. Not the best. Oh my god, it's amazing the difference, a bit of grounding. Do you know what else I'm going to do is I'm going to, let's have a little look. Sorry, I'm just sliding back and getting a paint palette. This thing, I think I'm sort of prepped, and then as you craft, you go, oh, I could do this, and oh, I could do this, and then I have to start rummaging. I'm just going to take some of these colours. Let's grab a yellow. Let's protect her face a little bit. I'm just going to do a few splatters. Oh, that's nice. Thank you, Sharon. Okay, and I am just going to grab some of that green as well. Yeah, it's just added a bit of extra forestiness, because that's a word. Almost done. As I said, I am quite tempted to add a touch of souffle. Let's just add the finishing touches and then we can find a souffle to match. As I said, it will be a case of we will need to let it dry and I will need to put it in the group in the morning. Thank you, Pauline. Do my doodly border because, you know, it wouldn't be me if I didn't. Sometimes I try not to do these things that I always do and then it's just, it looks naked. And you just can't be having a naked card now, can you? Oh, thank you everyone. Thank you, Sharon. Okay. So we've got that, and then I'll get my sentiments again. What have we got? We've got autumn wishes or thankful for you. What do we reckon? I'll cut them both out while you let me know. Autumn Wishes, and then we have Thankful for You. Autumn Wishes, okay. Right, this is going to look really stark now because that's white and I've added quite a lot of colour to the page. So I am just going to do, oh yeah, that's pretty, isn't it? What I am just going to do is grab this brush and whatever's on it, just flick it around, and it's just going to take that whiteness off and blend it into what we've got going. Thank you, Angelica. Right, I'm going to pop this down here. Let's do our standard edging, and then we will go and get a little bit of souffle because quite frankly it's in my head now and I really want to do it. Okay, so we've got Autumn Wishes. Oh, excuse me, my glue's being very rude. Right, like so, and then I'm going to pull out this, which is where I've got them swatched. Oh, there's one called Autumn Leaves Perfect. That was a limited edition one. I have to say I'm very upset that Craftbox UK closed down because I love their souffles. Right, so now we need to find the Autumn Leaves one. And we will add that to it, and then we will be done. In amongst here, Precious Softball. It'll be the last one I find. Autumn Magic. What's this one? Galaxy Constellation. Sorry guys, I will find it. Fool's Gold. What's this one? Autumn Leaves. There we go. I always have the most beautiful tidy craft room when I start. I come down, the whole craft room's nice and tidy, everything's all organised, I'm all prepped. And then by the time I finish, utter devastation, I tell you. Right. As I said, this is just going to look a bit grey and gloopy and horrible right now. So you just have to trust me that it's going to look amazing. But what I will do is pop it in the group later. But it's just, this is beautiful. It's got, so it's like a heavy bodied gel medium, I would imagine, for want of a better description. And it has inclusions in it, and this one has sort of copper and gold and green sort of glitters and sequins in it. It's just gorgeous. Right, I'm just going to pop a little bit of that in and around all the leaves. And it's textured as well, so it will have a little bit of texture when it dries. Don't know that I wanted it on your boots, my lovely, but hey ho. Right, just a little bit. Okay, I'm very excited. That card, these cards, I'd sort of, thank you Angelica, these cards are all sort of, I'd pulled out the images but I had no idea what direction that they would go in. But as you start to play, it sort of comes together. I don't know if that shows a little bit. You can kind of see a little bit. Right, let's do the honorary desk tidy. There we go, look! We're all tidy. Apart from the pencil rolling in. So we have that. There we go. So those are our 3 cards this evening. Quite impressed with myself that we've managed to make 3 things in bang on an hour. That is quite impressive. Right, one more thing I will just write down, because on my scrap bit of paper, incredibly professional here. Hope you're impressed with the professionalism. Right, right, so we've got International Card Making Day 20. So that's the code there, ICMD20. So it stands for International Card Making Day 20, and that will get you 20% off anything in store. That is valid only until midnight tonight. So if you did have any ideas of wanting to treat yourself to something, then today is a good day to do it. Right, let me just switch the lighting again. Bear with. Hello. Thank you so much for joining me. It has been great to have your company. I really do appreciate it. Please do enter the Autumn Challenge. Hopefully you're feeling very inspired, and it would be lovely to see your creations in the group. And of course, if you enter the Autumn Challenge, there's a chance of winning a stamp or a digikit. It's roughly £12 worth of value that you win, and the reason I did that was so that you could get either a stamp or a digikit if you wanted. I will be back next week. As I said, we are going to look at creating 4 different seasons out of 1 stamp set, so that's the plan for next week. And have a lovely week, whatever it is you're doing. Take care, and I will see you next time. First of all, I have to scramble around my desk to find my mouse so that, you know, I can press the button. Take care, everyone.